Gautama, the Buddha, he was just 21, 22 years of age. He cannot even have the time to get up and convince his wife. In the middle of the night, a prince leaves like a thief. Once you realize the limitations in which you're existing, you'll be in great urgency. The very basis of your bondage is in your likes and dislikes. Once you get into this trap of like and dislike, your intelligence is forsaken. If you just become free from this process of liking and disliking, life here and beyond is not a problem. You've gotten stuck with one personality. It'll be so much fun for you to change that. Your personality, we must maul it every day because you can experience a whole new person all the time. 7 days there in samyama, you'll just simply forget who you are. The situation created is so intense. Don't ever believe that rich people have more ego. Ego is anyway there. Whether you handle it sensibly or senselessly, that's the question. What we need to bring in the world is not egolessness. What we need to bring in the world is just simple sense, life sense. There is something within you which doesn't want to settle for just joyful life either. There is something that this life is longing for. It's not a desire, it's its destination. Transformation means nothing of the old should remain. Awareness is not something that you do. The less you do, the more aware you become within yourself. If you stop doing all your nonsense, you're spiritual. The essence of life is in its process. Where you got in the end is not the point really. First become blissful, then destination will happen by itself. There is always a manifold way in which people make use of the spiritual processes. For some people, in many places, spirituality and all the spiritual… what do you call them? What are those talks called in Hindi? Pravachans. All that pravachan, everything is just the escape from the mother-in-law or cooking. For some, it's an intellectual entertainment. For some, they're seeking to learn something. They want to know something new. A few people are wanting to, bring about some changes in their life. They want to become a little more peaceful, a little more loving, a little more something else. Some change they want in their life. Some people are looking for transformation. You know the difference between change and transformation? Transformation means nothing of the old should remain. Change means improvement, self-improvement or transformation, or some people just really wanting to get lost into it, dissolve into it. So there are many ways and people are approaching the same thing. It's… which is the best way? I wouldn't say which is the best way because according to each person's needs, that's how they seek. You can't prescribe the best way to anybody. Right now, generally the human nature is such that whatever they don't have, that's what they will seek. They don't have health, they're seeking health as if it's the ultimate thing. If they don't have money, they're seeking money as if it's the ultimate thing. If they don't have love, they're seeking love as if it's the ultimate thing. Whatever they don't have, that's what they're seeking. That reminds me, this happened when we were in Trichy. You know Trichy? Tiruchirappalli? It's a medium-sized town in Tamil Nadu. In high school, the teacher came and asked the students, 8th or 9th standard children, if God appears in front of you and gives you a boon, what will you ask? One boy said, those days, Maruti car. I want a Maruti car. Somebody said, I want a bicycle. Somebody said, I want, 10 lakh rupees. Like this they went on. Then the teacher said, you idiots, what will you do with all these things? Ask for intelligence. Ask for knowledge, ask for intelligence. Why are you asking for all these things? So one boy stood up and said, everybody asks for what they don't have. So, everybody is seeking what they don't have, isn't it? Now if you go by this, when a human being goes by this process of asking for what he doesn't have, then it's an endless process. Because what is it that you have? What you have is so little. If you go on asking for what you don't have, you need 1,000 years and still you will be nowhere. If you start seeking the next thing that you don't have, it's an endless process, self-defeating process, isn't it? It seems to be taking you somewhere, but it doesn't take you anywhere. So, what is this about? If you don't seek, if there is no seeking, you don't go anywhere, Why would you go to any place if there's nothing to seek? Because that's the very basis of your activity, desiring and going after it, isn't it? The objects of desire may change and people may think one object is better than the other, but it's not so. Whether you're seeking money or home or intelligence or knowledge or God or this or that, desire is desire, The object of desire just changes the directions of your destination, but doesn't change the process of life as such. And the essence of life is in its process, isn't it? Where you got in the end is not the point really. In many ways, right now, the essence of life is how you're experiencing it right now. So, one's quality of life, if we are changing or if you're wanting to experience life in a little better way or in a much better way, whatever, changing the objects of desire is not going to make so much of a difference. It's the way we handle the process which is going to make the difference. But even if life becomes a very pleasant and beautiful experience, it has to happen for every human being. But even if it happens, still you will see there is something within you which doesn't want to settle for just joyful life either. You're very happy, and after some time, even that doesn't seem to be enough. Because happiness is missing, right now the whole life seems to be pursuit of happiness. If you're joyful, then you will see it's not enough. In fact, if you're very happy, you will do many more things than when you're unhappy. Isn't it so? Because now you're charged and now there's nothing pulling you back. You have all the enthusiasm to go about and do lots of things. So there is something that this life is longing for. It's not a desire, it's its destination. It is not something, a desire that you created or I created. It is just longing to go towards a certain destination. The only choice that we have is either to move towards this destination consciously or unconsciously. Anyway, we are moving. Whether to go towards it consciously or unconsciously. If we are dragged towards something unconsciously, even if we are dragged towards heaven, we will suffer the dragging, isn't it? Yes? Now we grab you and we'll drag you out. You don't know where you're being dragged. You will suffer this. We will take you and put you on a beautiful beach. But that's later. But right now, all along from here to there, you are going to suffer it terribly, isn't it? So if you walk towards anything or if life drags you towards a certain direction and you are unconscious about it, you will suffer the process immensely. So if you look at it consciously, if you go towards it consciously, then the process becomes beautiful. That's all the choice we have, really. And once we are conscious, we naturally hasten the process. Whatever we are unconscious of, and that level we suffer, you must understand this. See, right now you're driving on the street. You are completely unconscious of who is coming behind you, who is coming in front of you. Now you are going to get into one kind of physical suffering. Because you are unaware of the physical reality, physical suffering will come, something is going to break, isn't it? Now, you're unaware of what is happening in your body, another kind of suffering will come. You're unaware of what's happening in your mind, another kind of suffering will come. You're unaware of what's happening in your family, another kind of suffering will come. Similarly, wherever you're unaware, that level of suffering will come to you. Is it so? You're getting… this is a holiday, you're getting dead serious. Once a pirate… a pirate walked into the bar. The bartender knew him from long ago, he's seen him just the previous year and now he's come back after his expeditions. He looked at him and said, "Hey, what happened to you? You look terrible." The pirate said, "No, I'm just feeling just about fine." Then the bartender said, "But what happened to your leg? Why the wooden leg?" "Oh, that we were just having a battle with another rival group and I saw a cannonball coming straight at me. Before I could move, it hit my right leg and I'm doing quite fine with the wooden leg. I'm pretty good." Then the bartender said, "What about the hook? Instead of left hand, you have a hook. What happened to that?" "Oh, we were just having a sword fight for fun and my left hand got chopped off, but I'm doing quite fine with this hook." In fact, it's more useful than the hand. Then he asked, "What about the eye patch? You lost one eye, what happened?" "Oh, that I was just looking up at the sky and a bird poop fell into my eyes." Oh, come on. Who ever heard of anybody losing their eyes for bird poop? How would you lose your eyes for bird poop? No, that was the first day I had my hook on. Whatever you are unaware of, there you suffer, isn't it? There, that brings suffering to you. So, we're talking about awareness. Awareness is not something that you do, actually. In fact, the less you do, the more aware you become within yourself. The less your activity becomes inside, what you call as me, the less that becomes, the more your awareness becomes. The less your personality becomes, the more your presence becomes always. Personality means you have to do a lot to keep it up, isn't it? Yes. Most of the activity that you're doing to keep up your person is unconscious, but you're doing enormous activity to maintain a certain personality, isn't it? If that activity gets lowered, suddenly awareness gets heightened, because awareness is not something that you do. The very life is awareness, isn't it? The very basis of life is awareness. You know that you're alive only because you're aware, isn't it? If all awareness disappears, at least on this level, we can call it death. So, spirituality is not something that you do. If you stop doing all your nonsense, you're spiritual. You know? Unnecessary nonsense if you stop, spirituality is, it's not something that you have to do and make it happen or create it. It's not so. But still, why… if that is so, why am I doing my pranayam in the morning? Oh, that's because there is no breaks in your activity. What you do within yourself, you have no breaks on it. So, we are creating a certain physical, mental and energy situation where everything gets diverted from your activity. Slowly, the practice establishes a situation where the life energies raise to a certain pitch and intensity that slowly the activity becomes insignificant. It's still there. It's still happening. You've seen this in Shunya meditation, you just said. Activity is still happening, but it's insignificant. The same activity which was so significant has become insignificant. We have not stopped it. We have not done anything to hold it down, but somehow it has become not so important. You see this happening? When you just sit and meditate in Shunya, everything is happening, but it's no more important. It's lost its significance. It's lost its impact upon you. It's lost its influence upon you. It doesn't mold you anymore. All the activity of the mind stops molding you. You are no more being molded by that activity. This whole distortion that we have done to life in the form of creating our person. See, when you create your personality, because it's created mostly unconsciously, just a small part of it may be conscious, the rest of it is all unconscious, isn't it? When you create your personality, somewhere, in one way, it means somewhere you thought, Creator has not done a good enough job on you, isn't it? If it needs improvement, definitely he did not do a good enough job on you, isn't it so? So why would you feel that such a grand creation is not good enough? Something that's so enormous and fantastic is not good enough, why? Because in this simple process of self-preservation, there is a simple basic process which is built into every cell in our body. Every worm, insect, animal has this, we also have it. This simple process of self-preservation, we don't know where to contain it. It has just spread itself into everything. Because it spread itself into everything, you have to create a small person of yourself who will defend himself all the time. As we've been looking at in the programs, the only thing that needs preservation is your physical body. Your personality, we must maul it every day. It should be okay, isn't it? If every day if you can make mincemeat out of your personality, you could create another one tomorrow morning, isn't it? Isn't it so? We've been trying to do that gently, because if I go very hard at it, you'll run away. Gently, step by step, we're trying to make mincemeat out of your personality so that it becomes a flexible aspect. You cannot live without a personality. You need one to exist here, to go about in the world, do your work, manage things. But if it's a flexible thing, that in different places, as it is necessary for the situation, you can put on the right kind of personality, then it would be fine. But right now, it is like a rock, it sits on you all the time. Anything that doesn't fit into its ambit, it makes you suffer, isn't it? Who drew this caricature that you call as myself? Definitely yourself, but influenced by so many people around you. You know, you're 15, 16, you go and watch a Amitabh Bachchan movie, you come home and try to walk like him unconsciously. Yes, isn't it? Sometimes maybe consciously, but most of the time unconsciously, isn't it? So, this caricature came into existence because of all kinds of bits and pieces that are gathered. It happened when we were in school. There was a boy who was studying with me who had an excellent hand, he could just sketch anybody with whatever kind of distortion he wanted. So, there was one very hated geography teacher. And when he entered the class, this boy had a horrible caricature of him ready on the blackboard. Badly distorted, but everybody can clearly recognize who it is. With all kinds of very bad distortions on him. Then he walked in and as usual, he walks into the class always with a temper. Whether he's talking about the grasslands in America or he talks about the deserts in Africa, he's always in bad temper. The moment he saw, he just… one thing he was angry, another thing he was somehow hit by the whole thing, the distortions. Then he asked, who is responsible for this terrible atrocity? As usual, everybody will suddenly interested in geography, very studious and then he repeated again, who is responsible for this atrocity? He thinks it's an atrocity. We thought it was an appropriate thing. Then somebody made up their mind and stood up and said, we really don't know, but it should be his parents. So, for this atrocity that you call as myself, it's not your parents. This is you. Only you can commit this atrocity of distorting yourself into such a tiny possibility when an unbounded possibility was what you were offered. With life, you were offered an unbounded possibility. You made such a bad distortion and made yourself into such a tiny possibility. If you stop creating this caricature, because this caricature cannot exist one day without your support, you need to support it all the time. What meditation means, in one way, you're just withdrawing the support for your personality, that's all. Suddenly it collapses. Only the presence is there, the person is no more there. If you could walk on the street like this, if you could operate with people like this all the time, that you have no personality, but looking at this person at this moment, how she is, accordingly you put up a personality as it is necessary for this person. Now you go to that person, you put up a personality that is necessary for that person, then it would be so much fun drawing new caricatures every day. But once you get stuck to a particular distortion, that becomes a problem. Every day if you have a new distortion, it's called art, isn't it? If you're stuck with one distortion, then you're called a freak, isn't it? Isn't it so? Every day if you're able to create a new distortion, that is artwork, isn't it? If you're stuck with one distortion, you're a cripple. So that's the big difference.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. In different situations, I have to put on a different personality. But if I suddenly change it tomorrow, it can lead to a lot of friction. So how can I make my personality flexible?
You mean to say people around you won't let you change it? Not true. See, right now, let's say you're going to your work we'll take the work situation because it's less personal for you. You're going to work with a certain attitude and a certain person is going to work, which is you right now. Let's say he goes briskly like this every day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Don't mean a good morning to anybody. The way people say good morning, it's very clear they intend to give you a bad morning. So, suppose you are going like this. Tomorrow morning, if you go, really say good morning to people and smile at them and maybe hold their hand and ask some personal question, talk to them and go in, maybe you'll waste 5–10 minutes going into your office. But if people around you are happy, you'll have a lot of extra time on your hands because they'll run around and do things better, isn't it? If you have people who are sitting there with a grouse, then they will make your life miserable in so many ways, not one way. You have to live with them, but these people have a grouse against you, they are going to make your life so bad, isn't it? Now, can I change my personality every day? Won't it confuse people? Not at all, they would enjoy you most. Isn't it so? And will it bring down your efficiency of work? Definitely not. It is not because of the compulsion of the situation you've gotten stuck with one personality. It is just that the whole construction of the personality has happened in unawareness, that's why you're stuck with one personality. Now you said, we have one kind of personality at home, another with children, another with work and outside. If you look at it, it may not be true. You may be functioning in different capacities. The requirement of how you function may be different, but still the basic personality may be same everywhere. The underlying personality is still the same. You can change that also and it'll be so much fun for you to change that. It'll be absolute fun for you to change that because you can experience a whole new person all the time. After all, it's your creation. So why should it be limited to just one way? If God had fixed a personality for you, that's all there is. But when you have built it, like you change your clothes every day in different ways, isn't it? But most people cannot even change that, isn't it? They've gotten used to a certain thing and that's all it is, isn't it so? You're stuck to one personality. It's just the actions are different because the situations are different. But the person is same, isn't it? So the person is same because what your personality is has become you, you're completely identified with it. There is no distinction between you and your personality, isn't it? You have become that. The mask has gotten stuck to your face now, you can't take away the mask. If this mask has to come off, we need something to loosen the glue which has gotten stuck to this. It is identity. So now we are creating various situations where your identity dissolves in a certain way. meditation or any kind of yoga practice, whatever is, just to loosen the identities so that there's a little more flexibility about it. Maybe the whole of it has not come off, but at least you can adjust it a little bit. So mask being totally stuck, at least little you are able to take a breather. That much break it is giving you. But if you work a little more with this, you can take it and keep it off. Now, people, when they come to advanced programs, 3 days or 7 days they're in samyama or bhavaspandana, the person that you are, you'll just simply forget who you are. You don't know who you are. It'll become like that because the situation created is so intense and so different. Everything that you know as normal is broken. After some time, you don't know who is here. After the program is over and you come back, you just wonder, is it me who went through all that? Most people can't believe that they actually went through samyama and came. Simply because it's created like that, the whole situation. Not only the meditation process, the situation also is created in such a way that it doesn't assist your personality in any way. The whole thing is to take off all the supports, because your personality cannot exist for a moment without your support. If you involve yourself in any intense activity, it could loosen up a little bit. But that is haphazard. For example, let's say you go and play a game. Those moments of total involvement, you may lose your personality. But that is a haphazard way of attempting it. Now we are looking at how to approach it scientifically, how to dismantle all the scaffolding that is holding it up. If you have noticed this, people who are very, very committed and enjoying the process of working, they always have more flexible personalities than people who are working towards a goal. Is it so? Have you noticed this? Because just the involvement with the work, total involvement, those moments the personality becomes little loose. But people who are working towards a goal, that they want this to happen, those people have strong personalities always. The fundamental basis for your personality, the building blocks for your personality is likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like this. A complex system of likes and dislikes is what your personality is, isn't it? See, what's the difference between you and the next person? Your likes and dislikes are different, isn't it? Now, the basis of yoga is just this, to help you beyond these likes and dislikes. Whether we're talking responsibility or inevitability or whatever else we're talking, fundamentally it is to destroy the process of like and dislike. See, existing in the world with likes and dislikes is a very foolish way to exist. But unfortunately, the logical mind thinks, I'll do what I like, this is my freedom. The very basis of your bondage is in your likes and dislikes, but your mind makes you believe doing what you like is your freedom. Isn't it? All the time, everywhere in the world, people believe doing what I like is freedom. Please look at it carefully. The very fundamental basis of your bondage is in like and dislike. To operate sensibly here, even in the physical realm I'm saying, even to operate with your work or family, whatever, likes and dislikes make you do stupid things. I like this person, I don't like this person. Now, I cannot function from what is needed in this moment, isn't it? Isn't it so? Now, I don't like this person. Even if this person is doing something wonderful, I cannot see it anymore. Do you see this happening to yourself? I like this person. Even if they're doing terrible things, I cannot see it anymore. Isn't it so? Because the moment you get trapped in this like and dislike, you have no discretion. You lost your discretion. Your intelligence is forsaken. Your awareness is simply impossible once you get trapped in likes and dislikes. The moment you say, I like this, getting identified with it is very normal. It's a natural process. You don't have to say, I'm going to identify with this light bulb. If you just say, I like this light bulb, you get identified with it. The process will just happen. See, life is set up in such a way for you so that life happens automatically. You just have to sit here and enjoy the bounty of life. But now the problem is, we are setting this forth in a wrong direction, so it is creating suffering. Suppose if it was all in your hands, you have to like it, you have to get involved with it, everything is yours. It would be a terrible effort to live, isn't it? Now it's all set up well, the whole software is so well set up. If you just say, I like this, getting involved in it, dreaming about it, this, that, everything just happens by itself, isn't it? Everything that is necessary to take you in that direction just happens, isn't it so? So, this is just life assisting you, but it has no discretion. If you like hell, it'll take you to hell. It happened once. The HR director in a corporation died and went to heaven. There, Saint Peter said, see, because you are the first HR person to come to heaven, we will give you a choice. If you want, you can stay in heaven because you got the passport. But before you go to heaven, if you want, you can have a view of hell. If you wish to stay there, you can also stay there. This is a lady HR person. She said, no, why would I want to go to hell? I want to go to heaven. He said, why wouldn't you want to have a look at it? I said, okay. She got in the elevator, went ding down. Then the elevator doors opened and it opened into a beautiful garden. On the poolside, very beautiful people are swimming, sunbathing, and there's a wonderful golf course and then a nice clubhouse, the works. She said, oh, this is great hell. She had a view of that and then Saint Peter said, okay, you have a view of heaven, then you choose. Then she got in the elevator, it went up. Supposed to be down and up, okay? That's a direction, at least you better know. Now we are down. So, there they opened the doors and then she saw lots of clouds, people just floating in the clouds, playing harp and She said, okay, this is also fine, but I think I'll go to hell. All my friends are there, this golf, I'll go. So they put her in the elevator, she just went down and again the doors opened. It was a harsh desert. Everybody all dried up without food, in terrible condition, everything. She said, what is this? Last time when I came, there was a garden, there was a pool, there was a golf course. What happened? So they said, that was just the first day, Now you're staff. That was the interview. Now you're staff. All your life you did this to people, so this is your choice. Your personality. I don't know, if you're working in places, at least if you're HR, is there anybody HR? Oh. Especially if you're HR, maybe, you also… you're supposed to size up a person. Somebody new walks into your office, you're supposed to size them up, where they will fit into this whole machine of an organization. So, if you're willing to look, people's personalities are always hanging out. They need not say anything, they need not do anything. If you just look at them properly, the very way they stand, sit, you don't need any great yogic intuition. Simply a simple observation of a person, the very way they stand, the way they hold their hands, the way they smile, the way they do things, their personality is just hanging out of them. So it's so obvious to everybody except to yourself. That's the whole thing. So many small aspects of your personality, you yourself do not know unless somebody comments about it, isn't it? Isn't it so?
Namaskaram Sadhguru. People in important positions have big goals and targets to achieve, but they have a big ego or ahankara. How can we help them stay focused on the targets without a sense of ahankara?
About ahankar. I know what's ahankar. Every day I face it. So about ahankar, it's not only people who are, making big money or big achievements in the world who have ahankar. Even the beggar on the street has the same level of ahankar, but right now he cannot afford to flaunt it. You just see in the traffic, somebody is driving one little moped, somebody else is driving a Mercedes. Just see who is more egoistic, just watch the traffic and see. Have you noticed this? Who is more egoistic? The little guy in the moped is more egoistic than anybody. He goes with absolute disregard for everybody else around him. Isn't it so? Isn't it so? The man who is driving a broken down Fiat as a taxi driver is much more… it's not even his car. He is much more egoistic than the man who is driving a Mercedes out there, isn't it? So, ego has nothing to do with one's success. It is just that when they're successful, it finds easy expression, they can afford to, throw it around a little bit. People who are not, hold it back and boil inside and make themselves sick. But the level of ego is not different. Don't ever believe that rich people have more ego, poor people have less ego. Not at all. You go to the remotest villages in the country and see, or even a little bit how egoistic people are and how they fight and how they quarrel and how much nonsense they create in the village, do you know? For the tiniest of the bit, they won't give in. You know this in the villages? They will kill for a little thing, but they won't step back. But a big businessman is willing to step back when he knows it's not it, isn't it? Isn't it so? He's got that much sense. He'll wait for the next day. At least today, he's willing to bow down and step back, isn't it? But that guy is willing to die, he won't step back. So, ego is not in any way connected with one's success or well-being. It is just that ego is anyway there. Whether you handle it sensibly or senselessly, that's the question. Isn't it? Don't you have ego? It is there. Whether you're handling it sensibly or senselessly is the only question, isn't it? The same goes for wealth. Wealth people have in different levels, okay? You have 10 rupees, somebody has 100 crores. But this is also wealth, isn't it? So the question is just how sensibly you handle it, what you have. So what we need to bring in the world is not egolessness. What we need to bring in the world is just simple sense, life sense. Right now, people have only ego sense. no life sense. They need life sense, isn't it? Right now, people are ego-sensitive. They are not life-sensitive. Instead of being ego-sensitive, if you become life-sensitive, then ego is not a problem. So all the yoga that you do is fundamentally to bring that sensitivity towards life rather than being ego-sensitive. If you're sensitive to life, if you're life-sensitive, you would recognize every life as life, isn't it? When you're ego-sensitive, only your life, nobody else's life, isn't it? You can trample upon anything and anybody because only you are life, nobody else's life when you're ego-sensitive. If you're life-sensitive, in your experience everything is life. Naturally you would behave very sensibly with every other life around you, isn't it? I know there's too much talk that's gone on in the world about destroying the ego, from the scriptures they picked it up. Too much unnecessary talk about the ego. Nobody knows where it is. Does anybody know where ego is? Somebody is behaving in a crude way, you say he is egoistic. No, that's the way he is in his experience, isn't it? Does he have a clear distinction between what is he and what is his ego? Nothing, isn't it? Whenever a personality turns ugly, you're calling it ego. Now, this is one more way of passing the buck. You just see, when your personality turns ugly, you just see it's you because that's your experience. Don't say it's my ego. It's a way of escaping. If you see I am ugly, you will want to do something about it. If you think, oh, that's my ego, it's just like saying, that's my genes, that's my stars, that's my something else. Don't pass it to anything, just see, I'm ugly right now. If you see I'm ugly, you know you don't want to be that way, isn't it? See, we're evolving so many strategies just to avoid the possibility. Now, in your experience, what is you. Whether at a certain moment you're beautiful or another moment you're ugly, both are you, isn't it? Keep it that way. Don't create things which are not there. Your ego, your Atman, you're this one, you're that one, don't create those things. The moment you create that, then you yourself will not go through any transformation. If you see whatever nonsense I am, that which is beautiful in me is me, that which is ugly in me is still me. If you see this, what is ugly will naturally start changing. If you think this is my ego, that will continue as it is. What is beautiful is my Atman, what is ugly is my ego. No transformation possible, isn't it? If you see whatever it is, it's me. The whole thing about responsibility we are going on is just that, to just understand everything that is me. A good happens, a bad happens, beautiful happens, a horrible happens, it's me. Once you see this, you have to transform, you can't help it.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. How can I rise beyond likes and dislikes? Should I just do the opposite of what I like or dislike?
That is asceticism, okay. In the morning, we start our day with a neem ball, not with coffee. Morning, your body wants to sleep, but we'll wake it up, 4 o'clock in the morning. Morning, your body would like a warm bath, cold water shower. You would want to be lazy, yogasana. Yes. So, whatever your physical nature says, just saying the opposite of that is asceticism, The physical dimension of you, whatever it says, you say the opposite. That's what hatha means. Hatha yoga? Hatha means one level, it is sun and moon. On another level, hatha means, what's hatha? Is there a word like that in Hindi? Hat. Stubborn or… okay. Being adamant. So, just being absolutely adamant with the physical nature of you. Whatever your body says, I want, just do the opposite. So, if this is done with the right sense of awareness, yes, it is a good method. But not necessarily so, that it's not necessary everybody has to go this way. There are gentler ways of doing it. If you're a hard nut, that's the best way to do it. If you are sensible, there are gentler ways of doing it. Now, this like and dislike. See, the reason why you have developed dislikes and dislikes is, you think that is the best way to handle the world, isn't it? Otherwise, how would I know? See, this is a bad person. If I don't dislike her, maybe I will go and end up in her hands. This is the understanding inside, isn't it? This is a good person, so if I like her, naturally I am drawn to what I like. If I like good things in the world, I am drawn towards good things. If I dislike bad things, I am repelled from bad things. It is this fundamental defense mechanism, or fundamentally you are operating from your instinct of self-preservation. As I'm repeatedly saying, self-preservation is only for the physical body. Other aspects of you need not be preserved. Every day it should be demolished when you go to bed. In the morning, you should sit up and think, okay, today what kind of person shall I be? What's the act today? Morning first thing, cat act, then what? Okay. But once you establish like and dislike, you have no choice tomorrow morning, isn't it? You have no choice tomorrow morning, you're all well protected. See, people who develop strong sense of life and like and dislike seem to be more confident about life. Simply because strong sense of like and dislike. Strong sense of like and dislike gives you a super confident airs about you. And everybody else thinks you're good because you can walk into anything, you know. With this, success may come sometimes, but at the same time, terrible things may happen, isn't it? When you're blindly confident, success may happen accidentally, but it can also cause disasters. And definitely, internally it will not do any good thing to you because it makes you absolutely sure of everything. Anybody who is absolutely sure of everything means he has kept his intelligence in cold storage. An intelligent person is constantly looking about everything. Every step you're looking. But people want to be confident. I want people to be confused, but not afraid of their confusions. Not distorted with confusion, but every moment you don't know what it is and you're looking. Now if you're looking like this, everything, the world has to open to you because your intelligence is constantly at work. Not your prejudice. Like and dislike is a prejudice, isn't it? Isn't it so? The moment you like something or dislike something, you can't see it the way it is. What you like looks pleasant, what you dislike looks unpleasant. Every day, just seeing how many distortions people are doing to their lives simply because they like somebody and dislike somebody. Such ugly distortions, isn't it? But they're not aware of it. They're so terribly prejudiced, but they are not aware of it. They think they're okay, isn't it? Because once you get into this trap of like and dislike, your intelligence will not function. So, one aspect of the work that I am doing right now is to leave people thoroughly confused and happily confused. If you're very joyful and absolutely confused about everything, it's a good state to be, because now you're constantly looking, all the time looking. Never know anything, but all the time looking. When you look, you see. When you don't look, you don't see, you just imagine, isn't it? See, right now, whatever we are talking here, whatever I am speaking, there is nothing that you yourself could not have seen. Do you see this? But you don't see. Simply because you are prejudiced by likes and dislikes. You're not looking at people and things and life just the way it is. If you do not know what is what, you look at everything fresh, isn't it? If you think this is good, this is bad, now you no more look at it. It's a conclusion. Conclusion means death. Confusion means possibility. Now this is very bad, isn't it? All your life they told you, you must be confident, you must know what you're doing. People who think that they know what they're doing, they don't know the fundamentals of life. People who are aware that they don't know what they're doing have a possibility. Any aspect of your life, you take it, sincerely look at it. Do you know what the hell you're doing? Whether it's your work or family or any damn thing, do you really know what you're doing? You're terribly identified with something and you think you know, but if you sincerely look at it, you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, isn't it? Isn't it so? And what's wrong in facing it? I'm always insisting, one thing, one absolute thing that everybody must do to themselves is being 100% straight with themselves. If you're not willing to be straight with yourself, don't even think in terms of ultimate reality. Because if you want to deceive this one, you're finished. You want to deceive the whole world, that's up to you. I won't say anything about it, because I don't want to teach you moralities and ethics and things like that. That's up to you. If you try to deceive everybody around you, you'll have a consequence. You're willing to face it, it's up to you. But if you want to deceive this one constantly, that means you're lost for good, isn't it? So with this one thing you must be straight. Look at it and see. Your rights and wrongs, do you really know what's right and wrong? Do you really know what's good and bad? Do you really know what's the right thing to do with your life? At a certain moment we decide something because of so many factors, okay, this is the thing to do, isn't it? This clarity will come to you not because you have concluded. With conclusion, no clarity will come. With conclusion, you only get prejudiced. Clarity will come simply because you are unwilling to conclude about anything, you're just looking at everything the way it is. So the moment you establish likes and dislikes, you are clouded. You have no clarity to your vision. What is right in front of you, you will not see all your life. So you want to start with the neem ball, it's good. You should. For you, Hatha Yoga is good. Because all your life you focused on just pampering yourself. So you must do Hatha Yoga for some time. You feel like doing this, just do the reverse. You like to do this, just do the reverse. You will see, it'll beat your personality down, it'll not completely take it away. But at least it'll beat down the existing personality and make it feel little humiliated. If somebody else humiliates you, it's a problem. If you are willing to humiliate yourself, it's good, you know. It'll bring humility. If somebody else humiliates you, it brings disgrace. But if you humiliate yourself, it'll bring humility, isn't it? That's good for you. Now, is this Hatha Yoga like creating a problem and then solving it? No, not really. This is not like how the religions are going on, creating guilt in you about something and then trying to fix it with forgiveness and this and that. This is not that kind of thing. This is coming from a certain awareness, understanding that likes are a bigger bondage than dislikes, always. Have you noticed this? What you like is always a much bigger bondage than what you dislike. What you dislike, you can shed it very easily, isn't it? What you like. See, people go to Kashi or Varanasi, they're supposed to give up what they like. But usually they give up bitter gourd and come back. Because they don't like it anyway. They want to give up something that they don't like. Giving up something that you don't like is always easy, isn't it? Very easily it'll drop off. But what you like has a huge bondage. It doesn't matter where you go, it draws you, isn't it? So Hatha Yoga helps in that way. But this is not a treatment like the religions are giving you, whatever you do, you make you feel guilty and then they will absolve you with a forgiveness or confession or this or that or whatever different methods every religion has. That is more like on a certain day, one man was walking on the seafront and a salesperson approached him and said, "Sir, toothbrush, 1,000 rupees. He said, "What? Toothbrush, 1,000 rupees? That's robbery, are you not ashamed?" The salesperson looked genuinely hurt. And then he put his hand into his bag and pulled out a packet and said, "Sir, chocolate cookies, just 5 rupees. Ah, that's more like it." He paid 5 rupees, bought the chocolate cookie, opened it, put it in his mouth. I said, "Yuck, that tastes like shit." The salesperson said, "It is, sir. How about a toothbrush, sir?" No. So, it's being run like this. Give you something, make you feel bad about it, and then give you a solution. Hatha Yoga is not like that. It's understanding that likes are a much bigger bondage than dislikes. If you do prayer, you'll always pray for what you like, isn't it? That is going to lead you into huge bondage. That's a terrible bondage. You will see these people who are praying and asking for this and that, you will see they'll get deeper and deeper entangled over a period of time, all the time crying to God. They have somebody to listen to them all the time, so it's okay. Nobody else has to bear with it, That's his problem. So, it goes on and on, it gives them some relief and they carry on. But you will see once you start investing life in terms of strong likes and start using every kind of method, especially prayer is a powerful method, if you start using this, you will see the bondage becomes deeper and deeper and deeper. Maybe some of those things will come true in your life because you're focusing so much attention on it. They may happen, what you like and you ask for may happen. But the more they happen, the more you're getting into the trap. So, should I not have the pleasant things around me? See, having things around you and even acquiring things, the things that you want, can happen without any strong sense of like and dislike. Something is beautiful, it's beautiful. You want a beautiful thing around you, so you have it. But it need not become a kind of compulsive liking, You enjoy it. Now there is a thorn bush on the way, you don't have to dislike it, but you step away from it naturally, isn't it? Do you dislike the thorn bush? See, even if you don't dislike it, just the necessary action will anyway happen, isn't it? Similarly, even with liking, even if you don't like it, if something is beautiful, the necessary action will happen. So, we brought the flowers inside, not the thorns. You don't have to develop a huge liking for them and bring them. They're beautiful, they're fragrant, so you bring them, that's all. You bring them here for their quality, not because you like them. Do you understand the difference? You brought these flowers inside because of their essential quality, because they're like that. Not because I like them or you like them, isn't it? So once you handle your life like this, you still have everything that you would like to have around you. But you are not trapped in this like and dislike business. You can have the whole world around you today, all the riches in the world around you, enjoy it thoroughly, but tomorrow morning if it is gone also, it makes no difference because you have no bondage of liking with it. You just enjoyed it when it was there, that's all. And that will extend itself to every aspect of your life, including your own body. You like your body very much, actually. There's a very deep sense of liking towards your own body, isn't it? However it may be. Nobody in the world may like it, but you like it, okay? Because there is a very deep sense of like and identification with the body. You cannot identify yourself with something if you don't like it, isn't it so? So, if you just become free from this process of liking and disliking, you will see, you take your body for a walk every day, but you're not it. That will become the reality with you. Once it's like this, life is not a problem, Life here and beyond is not a problem. Once you walk your body up and down, but you're not stuck to it, then your life here and beyond is not a problem anymore. It gets handled by itself.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. How did you learn so many moral values?
Nobody could put any morality into me. I never learnt any morals in my life. I operate out of my humanity, not out of my morality. Now, only because you have forgotten your humanity, somebody has to teach you morality, isn't it? Isn't it so? Only because your humanity is not active and alive, somebody has to teach you morality so that you can pretend like a human being, otherwise you'll behave like an animal. Isn't it so? Why morality has been taught? Because lot of human beings forgot that they're humans. They went about like animals. Then we taught morality. With this, they did not get any humanity. At least they learned to pretend like humans. But still they're animals. Isn't it so? So I never had such problems. I operate out of my humanity. So I am absolutely immoral. Really. I have no sense of right and wrong in me. It's just out of my humanity, what's needed I do. On a certain day, a little boy, a 6-7-year-old boy, was sitting in the garden next to the garden wall to the neighbor, just sitting there and patting a mound of earth. It's a very lively boy, and the neighbor is always, conscious that what this boy may do, he may come into the garden, pluck this or do that, always it's on his mind. Like right now in the class, everybody is, the moment you raise your hand, what may happen, they're all little anxious, but little deliciously anxious, so it's okay. So he came and looked at him and looked at the cheeky young fellow and asked, "Hey, Tommy, what are you doing?" So little Tommy looked up tearfully and he said, "My goldfish died. I'm just burying him." Then the neighbor looked at it and said, "That's a very big mound of earth for a goldfish, very big hole for a goldfish. Why such a big hole?" He said, "My goldfish is inside your cat." Right now, some of them are having such intentions. Be careful.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. With regular practice of sadhana, I'm becoming aware of the rigidity within, and I've also realized that I am my biggest enemy.
If you have an enemy, you must kill him. only then you can live in peace, isn't it? Either he must become your friend. If there's no way to become a friend, you must kill him. Isn't it so? If you have a very active enemy, is there any other choice? Is there any other choice? Oh, you don't like it, it's very immoral. But in life, is there any other choice? Either you must make friends with him, or you must kill him. This is the only way to solve the problem, isn't it? If he's an active enemy, isn't it so? Whether it's outside or inside, that's the way you handle it, isn't it? Either you must make friends with him, or you must kill him. Which are you ready for? Now India, Pakistan, either we have to make friends with them, or we must destroy them. There's really no other way, isn't it so? Yes? Whether you mentally approve it or not, that's all that's going to happen anyway, isn't it?
But how do we do that? How do we do that?
You will never kill what's dear to you, isn't it? So your enemy somewhere inside is very dear to you, isn't it? You remember, 5,000 years ago, that very popular playboy said… No, you don't remember? You don't know who? I thought you knew. That very popular and a hopeless playboy said, if you must kill, you must start with the dearest ones. If you go beyond killing, that's wonderful. But if it's your nature that you must kill, you start with what is dearest to you first. So, right now, what is dearest to you right now?
Myself.
Yes. So, how to kill this myself? When you say myself, it is just the person, isn't it? It's just the person. On the surface you say, oh, I want to improve myself, I want to do this, I want to transform myself. But somewhere inside, you like this person too much. Anything that you like, can you change? Can you change? You cannot. If you dislike, you can change, isn't it? If you like, you cannot change. So, we've set forth these kind of things. Now, who is robbing whom? Is your personality robbing you of your possibilities? Or the world is robbing you of possibilities? Or people around you and your so-called duties are robbing the possibilities? You must look at it clearly, isn't it? If you look at it, you will see nobody is robbing the possibility of you becoming spiritual. People always complain, I want to be, but my husband doesn't allow me to meditate, my wife says this, he won't allow me to do yoga. It's not true. Nobody is stopping you from the possibility. It is only you who is robbing yourself of that possibility. One day, what beach is this? Aksa. An affluent-looking man was walking on the Aksa beach. Suddenly one man appeared, pulled a knife out, pointed it at him and said, "Give me all your money." The affluent man took it as an affront and said, "You can't do this to me. You know who I am? I'm a cabinet minister." Then that guy brought the knife closer to his throat and said, "Okay, give me my money." So who is robbing whom must be clear to you, isn't it? So when you see this one is a real problem, genuinely, on the surface everybody will say, oh, I'm a real problem, I'm the greatest problem. Even in a problem you want to be the greatest problem, you know See, if have you seen these people saying, I'm the greatest fool in the world? Yes? Even if you're a fool, you want to be the greatest fool, You don't want to be a simple, ordinary idiot. You want to be a great idiot in that. Once greatness is attached to anything, you can't drop that, isn't it? Isn't it so? Once greatness is attached to anything, can you drop it? If you think, I'm a great idiot, can you drop your idiotic nature? You cannot, You just see you're a common idiot. Because every other idiot is doing the same thing. Isn't it so? When you see you're just a mediocre idiot, now you don't want to be that. I am my greatest enemy. No. You are just a stupid enemy like anybody. Very easily you could be brushed aside. But because you make yourself into a great enemy, you cannot brush this aside. So, you need to just see that who you are right now or what you call as myself right now is propped up by many things which are around you. Maybe your home, maybe your husband, maybe your child, maybe your wealth, maybe your jewels, maybe your clothes, maybe your career, maybe something, or all of them put together. It's all these things which you're calling as myself actually, isn't it? You have not found any other substance as myself, truly. It is just these things which you're calling as myself. So, maybe that's where the key is. You don't have to start disliking your family or your work or this or that. At the same time, you don't glorify it. You just don't learn not to glorify it. You look at your children and you think, oh, they're so beautiful. They are not, they're just like any other kids. Isn't it so? Isn't that the reality? Okay, you tell them, you tell your wife you're the most beautiful woman, but you don't believe it. That's part of the management. I'm not against managing life. You have to manage, isn't it? Every aspect of your life has to be managed or no. If you don't manage it properly, it'll make you suffer. Whether it's children or wife or husband or work or whatever, if you don't manage it properly, they'll make you suffer, isn't it? So you have to manage them, that's different. But you don't believe all that nonsense. The moment you believe, then you become your own enemy. So, just 1/2 a day you sit down by yourself and see all the things that mean so much to you. Why is it that they mean so much to you? Now, I'm not talking personally to you. Now, why your husband means so much to you? He's not the greatest man in the world. He means so much to you because somewhere he belongs to you, isn't it? Yes? He is mine, that is why he is such a wonderful man. If he suddenly belongs to somebody else tomorrow, he'll be the most horrible man. Yes or no? So his greatness is not in his quality. His greatness is in just a hype that you're creating, because if your husband is a horrible creature, obviously, you are the one who made that choice. It lowers you, isn't it? See, now we brought in these flowers here because the flowers are beautiful. Not because we like it, because they are beautiful. But you brought a husband, wife, child, this, that, whatever to the state that they are, not necessarily because they're ugly or beautiful. They may be ugly, they may be beautiful, they may be anything, you don't know what they are. But you're holding them the way you're holding them simply because they're yours. isn't it? Isn't it so? You are not looking at life as life. You are looking at some part of life as yours, some part of life as not yours. Now you're looking at it this way because that is the only way you can sustain what you call as myself right now. Unless you make all these people beautiful, my husband, my child, my work, my this thing, everything is beautiful, you can't feel good. So, in a certain way, you're using them like a prop for yourself to feel good, isn't it? Just see, if you pull any of those props today, you'll feel terrible, isn't it so? Yes? Not because a certain life has gone away or not because something has happened to certain life. It is not your concern for life which does this. It is just your self-concern that if you pull these props, you will be destroyed. Everything that you consider myself as myself will be falling apart, isn't it? So, you don't have to physically remove those supports, but within yourself, slowly you must pull off those supports. So all these devices that they taught you, nothing is important, just say Shiva, Shiva, Shiva all the time. Or if you can't say Shiva, you just, focus on something else, your own favorite god or goddess. All these kinds of things they taught you, or they told you in the spiritual path, the general thing is, you have only one relationship in your life, that's your guru, because you can't get entangled with him anyway, because he's not willing to be entangled with you. So, every other relationship, if you give out one finger, they'll give out 10 fingers and catch you, isn't it? Isn't it so? If you just nibble them with one finger, they'll catch you with all their fingers. So here, this one relationship, you can grab him as much as you want. He's not going to grab you anyway. So, just using it in certain way so that you pull out the props without damaging yourself. Right now, if you simply pull out the props, you may break apart. So take off all the props and just keep one prop. They will come back and pull out that prop. This does not mean you have to leave your family and go. This does not mean you cannot care for them. This does not mean you do not appreciate them. No, in fact, you can truly appreciate everybody the way they are when they are neither yours or not yours. You just see everybody for who they are and just appreciate them for what they are, isn't it? Isn't it so? You can experience another human being truly the way they are when they are neither yours nor not. When you neither like them nor dislike them, you simply see them and enjoy them the way they are. You will see every human being will become like a wonderful flower around you. You live in a garden, if you have no likes and dislikes, if you have identified with likes and dislikes, then you have no garden. You have just made up plastic flowers with you all the time, holding on to it.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Is blissfulness the final destination for a seeker?
So, one thing is, why we are always thinking of a final destination is because we are not blissful. If we are very blissful, we are not so much bothered what is the final destination, isn't it? Isn't it so? You're riding the bus from Bombay to this place. You are so happy riding the bus. Do you care where the hell it goes? Now you don't enjoy the bus ride, you're puking your guts out. Now you're just waiting, when will we get there, when will we get there, where is the destination? You are so blissful riding the bus, who cares where it goes? Whether it goes up a mountain or a beach, do you care? No. So, first become blissful, then destination will happen by itself. If you create a destination, it's an imaginary destination, isn't it? Yes? See, right now, if you talk about a destination which you don't know, it is very imaginative. Once you go for an imaginary destination, you are starting a whole process of unreality, isn't it? Yes? You are starting a whole process of creating that which is not true. Now, when she asked a question, I was saying about using God as a tool to, become free from many things around you. But at the same time, the danger of that is just this. After some time, you really start believing, this is it. And just see how ugly people become once they start believing this is it. You've seen it any number of times, isn't it, on this planet? People who believed this is it about God, they became the ugliest human beings on the planet. So, shifting from one vehicle to another when it's needed is important.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. Can the fear of creating new karma itself be new karma?
Yes, definitely. Fear of creating karma is the worst of the karmas. So, you must understand, karma is not your enemy. This must be understood. You're alive here only because of your karma. You understand this? I think we have dealt with this in great detail in the Mystics Musings. How many of you read the Only Bondage chapter? Okay. Karma is not your enemy. The basis of your existence right now in the physical body is your karma. If all your karma is… right now, if I just grab your karma and take it away, I can. If I take it away, this moment you'll shed your body. It's like pulling the plug on you. If you just dismantle your karma this moment, you will see this moment you will shed your body. You can't hold on to your body anymore. So karma is the glue. Karma is that which has cemented you to the body. Do you want to lose it? Huh? So, now what is it that we are trying to do with all spiritual processes? Not just to wipe out all karma immediately. We want to bring a certain awareness to the process of what we're doing. See, right now, if you sit in the car, you seat belt yourself. The seat belt is a good thing, it could save your life, isn't it? But now suppose you seat belt yourself in such a way that you can't open it when you want to. Now you know, this is your prison, isn't it? Now you get into the car, you close the door. It's a good thing, isn't it so? But you got into the car and you can't open the door. Now this is terrible, isn't it? So you just want to know where the handle is. If you know where the handle is, you collect a mountain of karma. What's the problem? As long as your hand is on the handle, you have a mountain of karma, what is your problem? There's no problem, isn't it? The problem has come not because of karma. Problem has come because you get entangled in it, you get enmeshed in it. Without karma, your life is not rich, isn't it? See, how much activity I have performed in my life is how rich I am right now, isn't it so? Isn't it so? You did nothing. Is your life rich? So karma is not your enemy. Your unawareness of what is your enemy. So where is the need to fear new karma or old karma? There's no need to fear new karma or old karma. What you need to do is find the handle, where it is.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Since I stepped onto the spiritual path, there is a sense of urgency which is very disturbing. Why?
See, there is a whole eternity ahead of you. There need not be any urgency. But once you begin to understand and realize the limitations in which you're living, naturally there's an urgency. People who have glorified their limitations, for them there is no urgency. If you don't go glorify your life, you just look at it bare, the way it is, then there'll be huge urgency. So, in many ways, I'm talking the way I'm talking, not to make your life ugly, but just to look at it bare, simply the way it is. If you look at yourself, you just say, okay, this is just a piece of flesh, seeing it as it is. There is another dimension to it that's different. But looking at everything just the way it is, not glorifying it, not making it dirty, simply seeing everything the way it is. If you simply see everything the way it is, you understand in what kind of terrible limitations you're living. The moment you realize this, there is an urgency. You can't help it. Otherwise, what's the urgency? There's a whole eternity ahead of us. Anyway, in the natural process of evolution, in a couple of million years, you may get there. You don't have to do anything, because life will slowly evolve and something will happen, isn't it? But once you realize the limitations in which you're existing, you don't have that kind of time. The existence has, but you don't have that kind of time. Urgency is good. You know Gautama, the Buddha. He was just 21, 22 years of age. Prince, everything that anybody would want in the world, he has, because he's a prince. He's married, he has a loving wife, a 1.5-year-old child, a little infant, that is very dear to him. See, you should understand, a man like Gautama, who is so sensitive, definitely would have immense love for his child and his wife and all this. He's not somebody who's callous. Definitely he's not. An immense amount of feeling and emotion and love he has. But the moment he realizes the limitations in which he's living, such an urgency that he cannot even have the time to get up and convince his wife. In the middle of the night, a prince leaves like a thief. 8 long years later, after his enlightenment, when he came back, still Yashodhara, his wife, was angry. It didn't cool off. She was still angry. And the moment he came, she started, "You fool, you walked away like a thief. What kind of a man are you? I thought you were something." He said, "See, I am not that person. Everything has changed about me." He said, "I don't want all this bullshit." "What kind of man are you? Why did you walk away like a thief? At least you should have told me." It started. Even he had to face it. It's not that he had an easy ride. He had to face it like anything. He is beyond it, but still he has to face it, and that is so for everybody. But the moment you begin to see the limitations in which you're existing, now wanting to go beyond that is a natural urge, because there is something inside of you which cannot exist in limitations, and that's your biggest fortune. That's your biggest fortune. People are tranquilizing that fortune all the time by glorifying their life. After all, people are driven, people are driven by their hormones, their chemistry, their this and that, but they have to glorify it in so many ways, isn't it? They don't glorify it, it'll all feel dirty. Now I'm not talking about making it dirty. It's neither dirty nor is it beautiful. It's just life, it's bare. And there is beauty in bareness if you are willing to see. Or you want frills, you can add frills. If you add too many frills, then you don't know whether you're wearing a skirt or not. That's what has happened to people. They got so much frill, they're always afraid, they don't know whether they're really wearing a skirt or not. All the time they're self-conscious now because of these frills, isn't it? Isn't it so? Terribly self-conscious people are simply because so much frill, you don't know whether you're wearing clothes or not. You cut down all the frills, either your basic raiment or your nakedness will be clear to you, isn't it? It better be clear to you. Once it becomes clear, how can you not be in urgency? You'll be in great urgency. If you're not in urgency, simply because you're wearing a lot of frills.